The night air was chill, and Taehyung hugged his thin jacket tighter around his shoulders. The streets were quiet except for the occasional hum of a passing car. His little brother Felix had begged him to buy some snacks, and Taehyung had promised, but after juggling two part-time jobs, he barely had the energy to move, let alone dog the occasional drunk passing by his way back. Why is life so unfair? Taehyung murmured to himself, slipping his head deeper into his pocket. A work, and Felix still think I'm some superhero who can make magic with nothing, as if on cue, a group of college students stumbled past, blocking his path. One of them accidentally pushed him, and Taehyung's balance wavered. His jacket slipped, his back swung, and he bumped into a man walking briskly in the opposite side direction. "Oh, sorry," Taehyung exclaimed, stepping back, but the man grabbed his shoulders before he could move. "Watch where you are going," the man said, his voice low and commanding. Taehyung frozen. There was something about the man, tall, broad shoulders, an air of authority, and his eyes sharp, dark, and unwavering. I'm sorry," Taehyung stammered, taking another step back. But then he noticed a second group of guys approaching from the corner side. They were laughing, clearly up to no good. Taehyung's mind raced. He didn't want trouble. He couldn't fight them. And suddenly, in a split second, the only idea that came to him. He, the stranger. It was fast, awkward, and panicked. Then he pulled away, eyesight, heart racing, the stranger frozen. Taehyung took the chance and better. I'm really sorry. Bye. The next morning, Taehyung tucked into his new job, clutching his wallet like it was the only thing keeping him alive. He worked at a small marketing firm, barely scraping by, and he had just learned that today was the first day at his new client office. He hoped no one would be too. The elevator door opened and Taehyung's heart stopped. There he was, the man from last night, Jungkook, tall, dressed with the same piercing dark eyes and that cold expression. He was standing by the reception's, arms crossed, scanning some paper. He didn't even glance at Taehyung. Yet his presence made the air feel heavier. No, Taehyung whispering under his breath. Taehyung, a voice called behind him, Jimin. Taehyung nearly jumped out of his skin. His friend waved cheerfully, oblivious to his panic. "Oh, what's wrong, Jimin?" asked. Noticed Taehyung's pale face. Nothing. Taehyung mama tried to act casual. Just morning coffee didn't kick in yet. Jimin smiled knowingly. Yeah, sure. You look like you just saw a ghost, or maybe a ghost who you. Taehyung buried his face in his hand. Jimin, not now. Meanwhile, Jungkook had finally noticed him. His gaze was sharp, and Taehyung felt it like a laser burning through him. Jungkook was calm but eyes cold. Taehyung, right? Yes sir, Taehyung replied, his voice shaky. Jungkook has an eyebrow but said nothing. He simply turned and walked away, leaving a trail of cold authorities behind him. The first few hours were a blur. Taehyung tried to focus on work, but every time Jungkook passed by, his heart thundered painfully. Hey, Jimin, whispered sliding into the chair next to him. Jimin, you are behave weird. Split. Taehyung, my new boss last night. Taehyung admitted in a low whisper. Jimin soaked on his coffee. You what? Jim Taehyung, ah, it was an accident, and he is the CEO. He is cold, heartless, and probably hates me now. Jimin laughed so hard he snorted. Oh, this is going to be fun. You have zero chance of surviving this week without embarrassing yourself future. By afternoon, Taehyung was running of the team, carrying stack of paper and dogging Jungkook occasional glance. Jungkook's expression never changed, cold, serious, and bitter. But every time he caught Taehyung looking, later Taehyung finally got a short break. He leaned back against the wall and sighed. This is impossible. Remember, why me? Why me always? As a shadow fell over him. You've been warning me all day. Jungkook said, his tone calm but as with something Taehyung couldn't name. Taehyung, I haven't avoiding you. Taehyung blurted and then he quickly added, not on purpose. Jungkook tilted his head slightly. Really? Taehyung, yes. Taehyung stopped realizing he was rambling. He cleared his head. I'm just trying to work. Jungkook said nothing. Just study him and Taehyung could swear he saw a flicker of amusement, but then it vanished, leaving only that eyes stare. Later that evening, the office was mostly empty. Taehyung was still finishing up report when he heard a soft check. Taehyung, oh, Jungkook? Jungkook said, leaning against the doorway. Oh, you are still late again? Yes, sir. Taehyung replied, trying to hide his exhaustion. Jungkook's eyes softened slightly. Don't push yourself too hard. You are not a machine. Taehyung blinked, stated he was not used to anyone caring, especially not someone like Jungkook. Thank you, sir. Jimin's were eager in his mind. This is going to be fun. Before Taehyung could think further, Jungkook straightened his expression, cold again. But next time, be careful. Last night's accident could have been avoided. Jungkook said his tone natural, but his eyes betrayed a hint of something deeper. Taehyung cheeks burned. Yes, sir. As Jungkook left, Taehyung slumped against his chair, mumbling to himself, I need a new life, or at least a Mecca. Just as he was about to pick up, a small voice squeaked sharp under his desk. Flex's little brother worried he was late for dinner. Yeah, buddy, Taehyung said, coming, I'm just finished work. Flexi Potter, don't walk too much. You will get all tired and grumpy. Taehyung smiled despite himself. I tried, little man. As they left the office, Taehyung couldn't help but glance back. Jungkook was still at his desk, alone in the dim light, and for some reason, Taehyung felt a flutter in his chest. He sighed, "Great, I see you, and now I can't stop thinking about him." The morning sun streamed through the office window, but Taehyung didn't notice. He had barely slept last night before his mind running on repeat with last night's awkward encounter. The thought of Jungkook's cold gaze and that lingering memory of the made him spin. Morning, Taehyung, Jimin's cheerful voice him back to reality as he walked into the office with a coffee cup in hand. Morning, Taehyung remembered dragging himself to his desk. "You look worse than yesterday," Jimin said with a smile. "Did the CEO haunt your dreams too?" "Shut up, Jimin," Taehyung said, rubbing his temple. "I'm fine. I'm just tired." Jimin raising an eyebrow. Yeah, sure. Tired. That's what we are calling nervous, embarrassed, and hopeless now. Maybe I am all three, Taehyung admitted. As he tried to settle in, a shadow fell across his desk. He looked up and frozen Jungkook. Taehyung, Jungkook said calmly, leaning against the edge of his desk. "Your reports are late." I am almost done, sir." Taehyung streamed, showing paper around to make it look like he was working. If Jungkook didn't move his gaze up, "Almost done. Isn't done? Make sure it's on my desk by 2 p.m. I expect receptions." "Yes, sir," Taehyung said, his throat dry. Jungkook stared and walked over, leaving Taehyung mumbling slightly. Jimin "See? I told you he noticed everything." "Notice everything and judge everything," Taehyung said. The morning dragged on, filled with phone calls, emails, and stage art reports. Taehyung's finger itched from typing as his stomach grew quietly. He hadn't eaten since breakfast. "You okay?" Jimin asked, noticed Taehyung's distracted look. Taehyung son, "I feel like I am under the microscope. Every move, every word, it's him." The CEO effect," Jimin said dramatically. "You are officially doomed." "But hey, maybe you are secretly fancying him. Maybe he is impressed by your choice. Or maybe he wants to fire me," Taehyung said. Before Jimin could respond, Jungkook appeared at the doorway again, clipboard in hand. Taehyung, the client presentation in 30 minutes. I want a conscious ceremony preparation. "Yes, sir," Taehyung said, scrambling to gather his paper. Later in conference room, Taehyung set up his laptop nervously. Jungkook sat at the head of the table, cross expression and label. The rest of them, including Jimin, were seated around. "Let's begin," Jungkook said. Taehyung took a deep breath. The campaigning strategy focused on three main areas: social media engagement, influencer partnership, and content optimization. As he spoke, he noticed Jungkook's eyes on him. Cole, Jungkook, and Mabel Halfway thought things tremble over a word is fish flesh. You mean platform analytic. Jungkook correct his tone calm but firm. Yes, platform analysis, Taehyung said, quickly nodding. Good, continue, Jungkook said. When it ended, Jungkook leaned back, looking at him silently impressive. Jungkook said, finally. Taehyung blinked. I mean, thank you, sir. Jungkook stood. Don't thank me, just keep this level for work consistent. Taehyung nodded quickly, feeling a mix of relief and nervous. By late afternoon, Taehyung was back at his desk, exhausted and hungry. He pulled out a small packet of instant noodle and started preparing them. Taehyung, a voice said suddenly. He looked up. Jungkook was leaning against the desk, arm crossed. You are eating that here? Jungkook asked, eyes narrowing slightly. I didn't have time, Taehyung mumbled. You should take better care of yourself. Jungkook said quietly, softer than usual. Walking yourself to adjusting won't help anymore. Taehyung blinked, surprised. His first thought, did he just hear care in that tone? I'll try, he said. Jungkook lingered for a moment before his straight was cold again. Just be mindful. Then he walked away. Taehyung stared after him, heart thundering. Did he just care about me? Jimin appeared beside him, grinned. And did he, or are you imagining things? Taehyung grinned. I can't tell anyone. I'm officially losing my mind. That evening, the office was nearly empty. Taehyung was finishing up report when he heard a soft knock on the door. Come in, he said. Jungkook entered, carry a small file. I thought you might need help with these numbers. I can manage, Taehyung said quickly. Try not to sound eager. Sit, Jungkook commanded, placing the file on desk. I'll guide you. Don't make mistake. Pressing matters, Taehyung said, heart racing. As they walked together, Jungkook's cold expression softened slightly. He pointed out errors, explained corrections, and occasionally offered a rare small smile when Taehyung got something right. You are actually not bad at this, Jungkook said quietly. Taehyung blinked. Not bad, sir. Yes, Jungkook replied voice low. Keep this up. For the first time, Taehyung felt seen not just as an employee but as a person. Later, as Taehyung packed up to leave, Jungkook appeared again. Wait, yes, sir? You are walking too late. Go home. Rest. Taehyung opened his mouth, but before he could argue, Jungkook added, Flixie, worry about you. I think it's wish to listen him. Taehyung frozen. Jungkook know about Flixie. Yes, sir. I'll go now, he said, try to calm his racing heart. Jungkook nodded. Expression and babbled again. Good night. As Taehyung left, he couldn't help but glance back. Jungkook was still at his desk, alone in the dim light, typing quietly. His chest felt tight, and his thoughts kept drifting back to the day and the strange warmth he felt when Jungkook seemed almost human. The next morning, Taehyung was still nervous, but a new determination had formed inside him. He was going to survive this job, no matter how the CEO was. And maybe, just maybe, he could figure out what Jungkook really felt about him. As he walked in, Jimmy nudged him, "Good luck, Taehyung. The see you watching and don't faint like yesterday, okay?" "I'll try," Taehyung remembered, but deep down he knew what surviving Jungkook's ice gauge was going to be harder than any of his part-time job. Meanwhile, Jungkook watched from his office, eyes falling. Taehyung as he worked, his thoughts were quieter than usual, a strange feeling he couldn't place that the way Taehyung plus easily it lingered in his mind longer than it should have. The morning sunlight peeked through the office window, casting long shadows across the polished floor. Taehyung entered, clutching his backpack, still slightly nervous from the previous day. The memory of Jungkook's weird smile and stumble act of care had replayed in his mind all night. Morning, Taehyung, Jimin called, waving a coffee in the air. "Start strong today because you need it." Thanks, Taehyung. Amber tried to hide the lingering blush creeping across his cheeks. "Blush much?" Jimin teased, nudging him, or it is just the sheer effect. Taehyung and tried to ignore him, but he couldn't. The thought of Jungkook's eyes follow him yesterday kept his heartbeat racing. Jungkook was already at his desk when Taehyung arrived. He didn't greet him, just lifted his eyes briefly, his usual cold expression in place. "Morning," Taehyung said softly, walking to his desk. "Taehyung," Jungkook said, voice low but not cold this time. "I review your last report. There are minor efforts. I'll fix them right away," Taehyung replied, trying to keep his hand from shaking. "See that you do," Jungkook said, then nodded quietly and tried not to skip lunch again. Taehyung blinked, caught off guard. Yes, sir." As Jungkook returned to his work, Taehyung could feel his cheeks warming. He wasn't used to someone so cold, showing ever a hint of care. By mid-morning, Taehyung's workload was piling up. He was juggling clients' calls, reports, and preparing for a meeting with a high-profile investor. His hands ached for typing and his stomach glowing quietly. "Taehyung, are you surviving over there?" Jimin asked, sliding into the chair next to him. "I'm drawing," Taehyung admitted, rubbing his temple. "Good," Jimin said with grin. "At least you all appreciate the air when you are served by your cold, heartless boss." "Taehyung, please, no more reminder of yesterday." "Too late," Jimin said with a wink. Around noon, Jungkook appeared at Taehyung's desk with a small stack of documents. "You need to focus on these," he said, placing the paper in front of him. Yes, sir," Taehyung replied quickly, opening the files. "I expect these complete by end of the day." Jungkook continued, "Thanks one consecutive, no mistake." "I understood," Taehyung said, try to sound confident, but his eyes withdraw his exhaustion. "You are pushing yourself too hard again," Jungkook said, suddenly softer this time. Taehyung frozen. "I just want to finish everything. You won't do anyone any good if you burn out," Jungkook said. "Take short break, eat, hydrate." Taehyung felt his heart escape. The extreme cold she was giving him advice. Care? A smile almost simple touched his lip. "Yes, sir," he whispered. The afternoon brought the investor meeting, and Taehyung found himself passing nervously outside the boardroom. Jimin tried to calm him down, Relax, Jimmy said. You will prepare well and Jungkook well. He'll make you look good. Even he is scary. Taehyung laughed nervously. I hope so. Just then Jungkook appeared behind him. Taehyung stayed calm, present. The data clearly confidence matter more than presentation. Taehyung blinked. You actually care? Jungkook lit is almost a smile. I care about Richard and sometimes you. Taehyung had stopped it. The words were stumbled, but they made him feel lighter, brave. Inside the meeting room, Taehyung presented the data. He stumbled once, then caught himself remembering Jungkook advised. The presentation went smoothly, and by the end, the investors were nodding. Well done, Jungkook said quietly as they walked back to their desk. You handled that professionally. Thank you, Taehyung said. Try to keep his voice steady. And don't forget, Jungkook added softer. I told you to eat lunch. Taehyung couldn't help it. A small laugh escaped. Yes, sir. After the meeting, Taehyung's energy dissipated. He leaned back in his chair exhausted. Jungkook noticed you've been walking non-stop. Jungkook said, standing beside him. I have a lot to finish. Taehyung admitted, you don't have to do it all at once. Jungkook said, surprisingly gentle, delegate, take breaks. You are not alone here. Taehyung felt a strange warmth standing in his chest. I'll try, sir. Good. Jungkook returned to lead, then stopped. He glanced back at Taehyung. Yes. Don't forget to take care of yourself, Taehyung. Taehyung had raced a wound. Later that evening, the office was quiet. Taehyung was finished up his report when he leaned. A knock on his office door. Come in, he said. Jungkook entered holding a small cup of coffee. You've been here late again, he said, placing it on Taehyung's desk. You don't have to, Taehyung said. I know, Jungkook said, but I wanted to. You are working too hard. As the clock neared 8, Taehyung packed his things. Jungkook stood by the door. Wait, he said, walk home with me. It's late. Taehyung blinked surprised. I can manage. Jungkook no, said firmly. I stayed outside. The cold night air was refreshing. Taehyung walked beside Jungkook, heart racing with every step. You don't have to do this, Taehyung said softly. I want to, Jungkook replied simply. They walked in silence for a while. The tension between them changed at comfortable. Taehyung, he said, voice low. About last time. Taehyung frozen. Last time? You know, the Jungkook said. I searching. Taehyung, I'm sorry. Taehyung blurred, cheeks red. I didn't mean. Jungkook softly said, no, don't apologize. I shouldn't have happened, but I haven't stopped thinking about it. Taehyung had escaped. You? Yes, Jungkook said, stepping closer. I've been trying to ignore it, but I can't, and I shouldn't have to. Their eyes met, and their words seemed to shaking around them. Slowly, careful, Jungkook leaned in. Taehyung made his soft at first, then more confident. They carry all the tension, care, and unspoken word of the past days. When they pull back, they are whispering, I didn't expect this, and I didn't neither. Jungkook admitted, voice low, but I'm glad. The next day at the office, things were different. Jungkook still maintained his professional but there was a new softness in his eyes when he looked at Taehyung. "You finished the report?" Jungkook asked. "Yes, sir," Taehyung replied, trying to hide his grin. Jungkook said. He nodded quickly and "Well done," Taehyung smiled. "Thank you, sir." Later, Jimin again looked like someone finally tempered the cold CEO. Taehyung laughed. I wouldn't say tempered, but maybe understood." Quickly from the doorway, "Hyun, can I come work with you today?" Taehyung referred his little brother here. "Sure, buddy, but don't distract me too much." Weeks passed and their relationship deepened slowly. Work days were still busy, but the tension had transferred into playful teasing, stumble touch, and short glance. Jungkook's rare smile became more frequently around Taehyung, and Taehyung's sassy and humor softened the edge of the once cold CEO. One evening, as they finished work, Jungkook finally said, "Taehyung, I know I can be harsh sometimes, but I care about you more than I let on." Taehyung asked, "I care about you too, more than I thought I would." They smiled, blushing this time with no hesitation in their quiet office under the warm and the cold CEO sassy implied expected love. So I hope Army would like this story. If you like, don't forget like, share and subscribe my channel.